All right, so let's talk about why they like you when you don't care. This is honestly one of the most annoying things because it tends to. It's almost like a life is playing a joke on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you trying to tell me that when I like the person, they don't like me back, but when I don't like the person, they don't like me back. It's a cruel joke of nature, but there's actually something real that's happening, and it feels like if we act like we don't like them genuinely, they're gonna like us back. And the truth is, that's actually kind of true. And it's not the fact that people do have low self esteem, but that something in your behavior changes that makes you look more attractive in the eyes of the opposite sex. All right, and let me point to you what those things are. The first thing is that your nonverbal cues become attractive. You have an air of indifference. You have an air of if you leave me, that's fine, and people sense that non-verbally. Your face doesn't look as animated; it looks more relaxed. Even your body language, if you observe how you behave when you don't like the person, even your body language is more relaxed, right? So just in the non-verbal face, just with your non-verbal cues, you become more attractive. That's one thing, all right? And even in the way you react to their coldness, they act cold, you don't respond with warmth. Why? Because you're not that into them. So your reactions aren't as intense, and so they can't really get a positive, the type of reaction that makes them feel confident. So that's one thing. Your nonverbal cues and how you respond and how you move is attractive, right? The next thing is that you're willing to leave. So the burden of breakup isn't there. This allows it to feel natural. You know when you're dating someone and you know that if you break up with them, they're gonna have to go to therapy? And that kind of puts a burden on you. Or even worse, if you break up with me, I'll go on the live myself, right? The thing about there's a certain relaxation when they know that you're not too that you're not too attached per se, right? Not all the time, but at least in the beginning. The burden of knowing that this person's life will be ruined if you break up with them turns us off unconsciously. But when we know that we could just cut loose with them and they won't mind, there is a certain relaxation that allows you to naturally get to know them without the burden of knowing that if you break up with them, you're gonna freaking hurt them, right? So that's one thing, is that there isn't as much pressure to make it work. I suppose with them, you know that they're gonna be really unhappy if this doesn't work out, and some people just cannot handle that. The next thing is that you're the most attractive self when you don't care about them. Remember, for example, when you have a friend that's really attractive and they have a cool personality around you, but then when they get around the members of the opposite sex, they turn into dweebs, they turn needy, and you're like, yo, I know this person. Usually this person is not this needy. This is not the person that I know. Like with my friends, like I have friends who are really cool, but you get them around women and they become like just another person, and it kind of blows my mind. The thing is that it's your emotions that's really the difference. When you like the person, the intensity causes you to behave differently. You gotta understand your behavior is based on your emotional state of mind. And how you react to people who you perceive to have higher value also dictates how you behave. So unfortunately, some of you guys have a negative programming that when you meet someone who's really attractive and they like you back, you kind of get into this like where you don't want to mess it up, and because of that you start to behave out of character. And this person maybe would have liked your personality, but because you're so nervous to lose them, you're acting completely different, and they'll never get to know who you are, and you never really get to have a chance. This is why developing a meditation practice is so important, because developing a meditation practice will allow you to stay centered, equanimous, and relax. Whenever you find someone that you really like, you use those moments as a way to overcome your traumas, because that thing that's causing you to behave out of character sometimes is trauma. Sometimes it's how your parents taught you to react to them, to react with neediness, to react with getting their attention. And because of that, it's hard to escape that type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. And the next thing is that even when you respond to your text messages, look at the text messages of somebody. Was my damn phone? Look at the text messages of somebody that you're not that into. Notice how you text them. There's a certain coldness. You take a little longer to respond. You're it's not as warm, and I can promise you they can sense that and they're reacting to that. I see that in my life. I can't help it. When I don't like the person, there's just some things and some messages I just don't send. I don't send as many good night messages. I don't send as many good morning messages. My messages aren't as sweet as usual. There's a certain coldness, and what's unfortunate is that they can sense that, and they kind of feel insecure about that. And so what they try to do, they try to win you over, because the thought of you not finding them attractive, it hurts. And so what they do is that they try to get your validation because you're being so cold. And it's kind of like, it kind of sucks, right? Because you kind of can see how this creates a lot of problems. But also, it's a good thing because this shows you have a higher self. You have a more attractive version of you that you're just not tapping into because you're just not in control of your emotions. It's just that simple, right? If you learn to develop a meditation practice, what you want to do is observe how you behave when you like the person and observe how you behave when you don't like the person. Just observe it. Pay attention. Notice how you see them differently. Notice your face. Pay attention to the little things, how fast you respond, how you look at them, how much eye contact you make with them. You'd be surprised how little you do, right? Honestly, it's really surprising. Really is, honestly. It's because when you really like the person, you make more eye contact. And I don't know, there might be something about you not making eye contact that makes them feel insecure. I don't know, but it just makes people like you more, man. And I make this video with a little sadness in my heart because, I've been in that situation where I liked them a lot, and because of that, they didn't like me back. But I've also been in the other position where you like them, but they like you more, and you kind of feel bad because you could sense the inequality in that. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of don't want to take advantage of it, but it's just how life is. A lot of these relationships are just unbalanced. What you want to do is imitate the behavior of your higher self. Imitate the behavior of your most attractive self, and you'll notice that things will actually change for the better. All right? It's no magical thing, people. This is a beautiful thing, actually, if you really think about it. It just shows you that your behavior is a thing that's causing the negative effects. Your nonverbal cues. Control that, not even control that. Lessen your negative nonverbal cues by developing a meditation practice, and you'll notice things could potentially switch on the opposite side in your favor. All right? And if you guys want to learn more about this, watch the next video. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. and how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.